Hey everyone, Froe here. Welcome back to our Let's Play series here together in our awesome Minecraft world that we've been working on since, I want to say 2020. And so it's been a while. I think it's 4 years old now, which is kind of crazy. I wanted to start off this episode right where we kind of ended the last one. So we were working on the villager curing machine here. And I made some changes. So I was told or suggested in the comments by Fireball to put a or get a piercing crossbow and then use a arrow of weakness rather than having to use a bunch of splash potions of weakness. And you know what? It works really, really well. And I've also made some other changes to the redstone down below, so it's a little bit easier to control. So starting off, we're gonna plop one villager in there, so we have all 5 of them lined up. Let those guys convert. All right, keep going. Sweet, they're all converted. And then what do we do now? Now we shoot them with the javelin. That's right. Okay. All right, so this is the most tricky part. We have to be very, very, very careful with this. Kind of aim for their forehead. And hopefully we'll hit them all without destroying a minecart. That is the one thing you have to be careful of. Got him. 3, 4, and 5. Sweet, we got them all. And then you can actually even just pick up the arrow afterward. So, you never really lose an arrow or anything. You kind of do it forever. But yeah, that's it. And that's pretty much the functionality of this contraption done. And I have been spending some time just getting those cured villagers over here. It seems like sometimes they don't get counted as cured 5 different times, so sometimes they'll still have a cost with their trade, which is a little strange if you ask me. Like, that doesn't seem quite right. But I've managed to get quite a few of these guys over here, and in doing so I've burned through a lot of our pumpkins and melon supply and gotten a lot of emeralds along the way. In fact, you know what, let's do it. It would be cool to make a beacon out of emeralds, right? Why not? I think we have tons of beacons to make. Yes, we do have a ton of beacons. Sweet. Okay. Gotta sleep first. And then let's see. I'm just trying to think where a beacon would be. I guess it makes sense to have one over here, right? It would make sense to have one over here. So much sense, in fact, that we actually already do. You just can't see it because I have a datapack that hides the beacon beam because I don't think it's a very attractive thing. So where else could we put a beacon? I mean, we could replace that iron one with emeralds. That is one possibility. Or we could put the beacon as a centerpiece right here. Right? We kind of have like an open spot, and we plan on putting a fountain here. We still could have a water feature in some capacity. But otherwise, this is just kind of dead space. So why don't we put it dead center right here with this kind of staircase? And we don't have to have the whole beacon on display. We could bury some of it. But I think it'd be cool to have some of it visible because it is made out of emeralds, and it is to kind of show off that we're no longer poor. We're not living in poverty anymore in this world. We have wealth. And I think beacons are 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this guy would go right here. And then we just kind of build it around from here. And so this first layer is 3 by 3. And there we go. We got a nice full beacon. It would be cool to finish decorating this area, so I think we're going to work on finishing this plaza up. And originally we had a sign here that said, put a fountain here. So maybe we'll figure out some way to add a water feature. Maybe we'll fill all this up with water or something. I don't know yet. But it is time to convert some more villagers. So first thing we have to do is press this button so that this guy gets sent on his way. Goodbye. You're fully cured. Congrats. And then everyone shifts down 1, and we press this button to get another person in the system. We do this. Ignore their cries because it's good for them, right? They become stronger because of this. They're all transitioned. Yep, okay. Then we do one of these thingies. Oh, ouch. Don't do that. I think... Oh, okay, make sure we have our golden apples ready. Let's try right there. And here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Sweet. And we're just going to let them kind of do their thing. This guy's moving on over. So let's see here. We're going to make sure we have room for him. Right, so that's not going to work. And that's... Oh, yeah, that'll work. Okay. So he'll end up there eventually here. We just got to make sure the chunks are loaded for him so he can make his way on down. That's kind of cool. He was floating for a moment there without his minecart. And come on up here, buddy. Originally, I was having not stay in a minecart. Like this guy, I think, is just free. But now I'm keeping them all in a minecart. I may switch that up because it does add another entity to our world. But it'll work for now. Place it down there and get these all kind of readjusted here so that the next person we here can end up here. The rails there, yeah, we want to break those, I think. And then place this, and eventually they'll turn into farmers. Funny story, I didn't start this episode with the intention of working on the beacon and the plaza here, but here we are regardless. I'm just trying to gather some materials for it, so we have like... everything's just such a mess. Really got to clean up our base. That's actually going to be one of our goals this episode. I don't know if we're going to get to it, but it would be kind of nice. I think we have a bunch of stuff stored. Yeah, like over here, a bunch of stuff over here, just random junk and stuff. But the things I'm looking for are, I think, up in the tower here. What do we got? We need mossy cobble. That's really what I'm looking for right now. Not there. Not here, not here. Ooh, got a lot of sandstone. No mossy cobble. Still no mossy cobble, but we got... Oh, okay, nope, I already got that. I'll take normal cobble, though. That's fine. I think we have some junk over here. Do we have any mossy cobble? No, doesn't look like it. We just not have any mossy cobble left in our world? What? By the way, I don't know if I've showed this off. This is our new and improved third iteration of our sugarcane farm. And it works pretty darn well, right? So, biggest change mechanically from our previous designs is now there's a shulker deep storage unit here. It's kind of cool. It's actually almost filled, so it'll be a problem. And we got a bunch of just sugarcane, and the build, of course, is new too. It looks decent. Fits in the world pretty well. It's definitely my favorite of the 3 designs we've built here. That second one was my least favorite by far, and we never really got the first one finished, so there it is. Looks pretty good if you ask me. And sleep. Man, look at all those mobs. Just crazy. Just crazy. And you can see them falling down the death chamber. I think it's pretty cool. So, we got to use up the rest of our moss. We actually don't have any more of this besides that one stack. Craft some mossy cobble. And we're going to head back to the plaza over here. I think the plan is we want to fill all of that up. Kind of with path type of deal. So we have a giant area kind of hang out in. Probably make it a little wider down here too. And I don't know if we're going to have a water feature or just kind of have this as the centerpiece of the plaza. I think probably just have this. I don't know how we would fit water in here. And I don't want to detract away from our riches, right? The whole point of this is to display that we are rich now. So, yeah. So to do this, we're just going to kind of spam in cobble and random blocks and stuff. We don't have a lot of cobble, so we do have to be careful. And do we want to cover up these ones? I think we'll leave them for now uncovered. Maybe put glass there or something. Alright, so I wanted to give a little bit of a progress update on where we are. Here's kind of what it's looking like. overall pretty good. We filled in the grass patch there, and we added some life to the hillside here. And overall looks a lot better. Our next step is I'm going to do some work off camera. I want to clean up what's behind us. So finish that hillside for that building up above there. Right there. And also probably, it doesn't look like it's fully done. So finish that off to make it complete. And I want to get rid of this andesite spruce wood terraced thing. You know, it just doesn't look like, what am I doing? What is this? I think the idea was there's going to be like a fortification in case the island ever gets invaded or something, but that's just not what we're going for here. So yeah, I'm going to start tearing this down, and I will give you guys some periodic updates as we go. As to what we're going to do with this hillside, I don't really know yet. Obviously, step one is to clean it up so that we have a fresh template to work with, and we'll kind of go from there. Well, I'm ready to show off the progress I've done in the past few days, working off camera. Just got to restock our stuff here. Still want to clean up this episode, though I don't know if we're going to accomplish that or not. We got a lot of mess. So let's just fly on over here. I've done actually quite a lot, which is quite crazy considering that I didn't plan on doing any of this episode. Though admittedly I didn't have any plan this episode, really. Just kind of playing the game, right? Trying to keep things pretty casual. So I've cleaned up the cliff sides, and I've added foliage. Those are kind of the big ones. I fixed up that building so it looks better from the outside and complete. And I've updated this path here. So there's lighting now, some more minor details, and it's a gradual slope up instead of a bunch of staircases. I tend to like that more. So overall, looks pretty good. I also did this side of the cliffside, so this whole hill is pretty much done. And, you know, it's not much, it doesn't take long to finish something off like this, but it just looks so much better than when it's just dirt. So it's definitely a necessary thing, although now that I'm looking at it, we should probably have bone mealed that little segment too. But yeah, it just means that this whole area is like really coming together. Once we get a path through here that connects up to here, right, then that whole part of the world is pretty much done. Now you'll notice I didn't bone meal this little flat part here. And that's because I want to put a statue here. And I think that's going to be our next step. We're going to do a basic statue, kind of like what we have over here. Or more specifically, what we have over, not those ones, but over here. Something kind of basic, nothing huge, just a cool little statue. We do have these all over the world. I think there's another one over here from when we first went to the end. Right? That's like the, yeah. So those statues are pretty awesome, and it just seems like a nice area to put one, so might as well. But before we work on the statue, I think it would be pretty cool to finish off our villager project here. We only have one more villager to fill in, so this is going to be our last guy to be a farmer. I'm just going to let the rest of these guys shuffle in, and then, what do? Press this button. And yeah, you can tell I've been working on that cliffside for quite a while, because we got a lot more villagers here. And now let's go chase this guy down before he finds his final resting spot. So he's just over there. We got a little bit of time. I had some problems with some villagers getting out, but that happens from time to time when you're working with these nitwits. Yes, because that's what they are. Complete nitwits. Alright, we also need to craft some stuff. So let's see, I think it's just slabs, right? And then that's how we get a composter. We only need one, so I guess I overcrafted, but that's not a big deal. And where are you? Are you coming? Or are you unloaded? Looks like you're unloaded. So where are you? There you are. Okay, cool. And as you can see here, they're all... Well, that guy's already a master, but they all worked this time. I had problems over there with those guys, so I had to... Well, I had problems with the villagers. They're no longer around. But yeah, I did have some problems with them not getting all the way cured, right? Still having a cost associated with trading with them, which is frustrating because that just doesn't seem right with me. But there we go. We got 10 villager traders here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, 12. Good job. I can count. And yeah, so now we're going to be just filthy rich. Don't know what we're going to spend all of our emeralds on, but it'll be something worthwhile. And now our last step for now is get this statue done and probably clean up, and then we'll call it an episode. All right, let's get a good long look at this thing because this is kind of what we're basing our new statue off of. So it's nothing fancy, it's pretty basic, but you know, it gets the job done. I do know that I want to build a more elaborate statue over here someday. Right, a dragon statue, in fact, is what I have marked down as a sign. But that time will come eventually. Ah, this place is such a mess. I'm looking for my mob heads. Where are they? Nope, nope. Oh, here we go. Okay. No emeralds. That's disappointing. I was hoping to maybe use an emerald mob head to help us decorate. That's alright. We can get creative with other things. Let's see what else. Banners might be kind of interesting, though none of those. We probably just want plain banners. Maybe we'll just use orange. That's fine. And if we don't like it, we can change it with a different color. Just want to try it out just to see how it looks. Okay, so I think it's fitting since we kind of have an emerald centerpiece there that we place an emerald block there. How's that look? Does it look like he's holding it? Yeah, good enough. Good enough. Doesn't have to be perfect. And maybe some banners in the back. No, it looks kind of goofy to be honest. Doesn't it? The two orange ones maybe look fine. Oh, they're a little small. A little small. I think it'll be doable. And what else here? It'd be cool to try to give him a bit of a crown somehow, so maybe do just something basic like that. Like a headpiece. Okay. Okay, if we're gonna do that, we probably need some trapdoors somehow. Let's try to get some of those involved. See, can we make the jump? We can. Okay. And we just gotta climb up here. And let's put these there. And another 20 minutes of detailing later. I'm sorry for cutting you out of this process. I'm too tired to build with you at the same time and make it entertaining. So, you know, we're just going to cut and give you, I think, what we'll call the finished product for now. It's okay. It's got like a belt. That's what that is, by the way. It's not just his butt. It's a belt. And he's got like a little crown, looks pretty nice, and overall it adds some color to this part, and I think it matches really well with the green of the emerald. So that's kind of why I went with that. Maybe the base will change out eventually, but other than that, I think we can call this done. Right? I think it's good enough. It's a little different, a little unique of a statue, but it fits pretty good theme. I don't think I would call that a sword that they're carrying, but it's something, right? In fact, now that I think of it, maybe we'll lower or remove that and just place it back one. Sure. That looks better. It looks a little bit more balanced, right? So overall, I'm happy with it. Doesn't have to be perfect or anything, but I would say this area is good enough for now. Obviously, we'll have to expand that direction. And eventually, way over there will have to be cleaned up too. The horizon isn't the prettiest. But for now... Oh, man. It's time to clean up. And I think I'm probably gonna do this another night. I am too tired right now. It's not even late. Alrighty, here we are the next morning. Feel a lot more rested, although I didn't get the greatest sleep, but that's just life right now. Wow, we got a lot of stuff to put away. Holy cannoli. So pretty much what happened is over the course of a couple of months, I just built and built and played, and I didn't really care about organizing or keeping things clean or anything, so things have kind of spiraled out of control. Right, but our next step then is we can go through and take a bunch of this stuff. I'm going to leave the lava buckets because they actually belong over here. But otherwise everything else we can probably take. Like this whole shulker box we can take, so I'm just going to refill it so we have room for other stuff. Oh man, lava buckets are just everywhere. Okay, we can take that, take that, take that, take that. Just got to do a lot of cleaning up here. Got a whole chest we got to clean up with some shulker boxes in it. And then all those are lava buckets. Cool. Take that. Alright, we got this area kind of cleaned up. Let's see what's this. Just lava buckets, right? Anything else over here? We have a couple things as well. So we'll snag that. Oh my gosh. Take all this stuff, I suppose. And let's see, we got an empty shulker box. We can fill all this up. Where did that box go? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Things are spiraling. Okay, empty box. Good, good. Okay, put all the bone meal in there. That'll work. Put all this other junk in there too. Cool, cool. Okay, we got all this cleaned up. That looks a lot better. And we got a couple things over here we gotta pick up. Just snag it all. Yep, okay, easy peasy. Not a lot there. Shouldn't be too bad. And then also, I know we have a bunch up in here in our new kind of towers and stuff. It's starting to become my second storage room, to be honest. And we'll just snag all these. Be nice to have this all organized properly for once. And I know I have... Do I have any up here? No. I know I have some stuff in here, maybe? Yep, just water bottles. We can take that. That's fine. And let's see. I know we have other just random deposits of materials. Maybe over here? Nope, this has all been cleaned up. That's good. Maybe over... Well, I know for sure in the new area we were just working on, there's some random stuff. Might as well just collect it. We don't want it to accumulate. And as soon as you have like one shulker box down, it's easy to place the second one. Oh, and then once you have an ender chest, it's easy to just keep going and keep going. Alright, so. Wow, this area does look a lot better. So glad we removed that andesite mess. This was not pretty. And I know we have like these shulker boxes we need to remove. Might as well remove them. We're not really doing any villager trading here. And eventually I want to move these guys as well. Right, we just got, these are some of our first villagers. And they're all from zombie villagers that spawn naturally. So we do need to take care of them in a special way eventually. But man, that's going to be a project too. Moving villagers is not easy. I'm almost afraid to check it out, but I know we have a bunch of stuff down here we could probably take. Like, what's in here? Yeah, we could take that. That's fine. This is like our legendary special armor. So if I'm going to take this, I want it all in its own like organized box. Because I don't want to lose track of it. Because it's pretty cool stuff. I mean, we got like Unbreaking 8, for example. That's pretty cool. So we'll store all of this and figure out what to do with it. Oh my goodness. Just a lot of stuff. And we have all these other chests just packed full with mob loot. I think some of it we could probably bring upstairs with us, but like mostly the gunpowder is what I care about. Ooh, what's in here? Nothing? Nothing really too valuable. All these gems and stuff are dropped from a data pack we have enabled right now. They're kind of cool. It's a little silly how easy they are to farm with just a basic mob farm. So I already accumulated all the different types the correct way right before I started farming mobs here. Yeah, and then we have all this stuff, which again we could probably keep down here. That's fine. But it'd be nice to pretty it up. Right? Make this I don't, you know, this is not a pretty area. So that might be something we work on in the future as well. But otherwise, I think I got most of what we're looking for down here. Woohoo! I finally got it all cleaned up. Check it out. This has been a mess for months now. Months and months and months. And it's just looking fresh. Now, I just ask that you don't look in my chest because they are not clean. They're still kind of a disheveled mess, but you know what? One step at a time, right? Everything's looking a lot better than it was. I even cleaned up over here. Right, and then if we go up these staircases here and over here, right, all of this is cleaned up. And it's amazing. It's so much better than what it was. So we finally have a clean base. And that just makes everything a lot easier. So I think we've accomplished everything we kind of set out to do this episode. Right? We didn't plan on doing this emerald display or emerald beacon. You know, we didn't plan on cleaning all this up either. But man, I'm glad we did. It turned out really good. And the statue is okay. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. I've learned that not everything has to be the greatest and best thing ever. Sometimes it's better just to have something down. Oh no, I forgot these. Okay, ignore. Ignore. These belong here still because this isn't a finished build, right? So that's fair. That's fine. It's fine. No problems. Yes, okay. So anyways, we've got a lot done this episode, and I'm pretty happy with it. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Next episode, I want to spoil a little bit of what our plan is. I don't know if we're going to do this next episode necessarily. There's maybe one or two other things I want to get done before that. But I do want to kind of finish up some of the projects we've had in our world for quite a while here. Like I said in the beginning of the episode, we're 4 years in. And so we've accumulated a pretty long list of things that we need to work on and finish up. And so I don't know exactly what my plan is yet, but I have been kind of writing down a to-do list. And so we'll maybe talk about that more next episode. So with that said, thank you for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Have a good one. Bye-bye.